Hello guys and welcome to another Ron Gamer video. This has been on my mind for a very long time, to make a list of do's and don'ts in None of Titans, especially to be as assistants to the newer players in the game. I'll start with the don'ts because I think that's quite important, and I'll probably make a do video separately. So starting off with the first suggestion there is don't spend gems on the temple. I can't stress this enough. There is, you're always gonna have these, folks posting on Facebook. Hey, look at that. I've got these. There's four-star Titan, two four-star Titans from spending 20,000 gems and whatnot. Right now, even if you'll end up getting those Titans, a Titan without its relics is pretty much useless. So don't spend gems on the temple for Titans or even the relics. There, it's always better to do a proper alliance event, a soul-based event to get the rewards, to get not only the Titan but also the other things to go along with it. If you do have saved tokens, like you see on the screen there, yeah, you might as well pull those in, and probably wise to do them when there are special promotions going on, like for example ×3 chance for getting a particular type of class of the Titans that you're interested in, and stuff like that. So yeah, be wise with that. Now, other thing to mention, don't spend on healing your troops after battles. You're gonna have troop losses all the time, and if you land up spending gems like this, you're gonna be out of gems in no time. It's always better to train your troops again. Yeah, wait a little bit, and that'll get sorted in. The only exceptions could be if you're, in a war-intensive alliance, and you're a pretty high-level player, and you can't really be bothered waiting for that. Maybe in those cases you would consider healing, but especially if you're a new player to the game, you're not really in that in those higher competitive leagues, avoid doing this common mistake. Other thing as well, if you're new to the game, avoid, and I would just say straight up, don't upgrade troops using gems. If you're upgrading troops level 23 and higher, like you can see on the screen there, maybe the wait time is too long, and you can't be bothered. In those very few rare cases, yeah, maybe go ahead and upgrade your troops and buildings with gems. But I would say 9 out of 10 times, don't spend gems on troop and building upgrades. Other suggestion here is don't just have one Titan defending your garrison and use the same Titan for attack. So it's always better to have a bunch of Titans which you can swap between your defenses, and have a bunch of Titans that you can have for attack. But relying on just one Titan for attack and defense is a very bad idea, because the moment you take your Titan out to attack someone else, you leave your castle vulnerable to a very easy raid from the same enemy or the friends of that enemy. Also, another don't there, don't upgrade your castle if you are not ready. What do I mean by that? Well, if your troops are not uh, are not high enough, are not at the same level as your castle. So if I'm castle 24, if I'm not going to be upgrading to castle 25, if at least most of my troops are not at 24 or near there, there's really no point, because the higher you go in castle levels, the more VP you leak when someone raids your castle, the bigger target you become, etc., etc. So it's, you know steady your pace, don't be in a rush, and you'll be fine. Another suggestion here is, every event doesn't need to be finished, right? And also, don't finish any event halfway through. A few exceptions in there, but most often than not, I would say only go for an event if you're going to be going all the way. Um, uh, because why is that good? Because most of the good rewards in the events are in the latter half of the soul count, and if you go only halfway, you might only pick up a Titan or two, which without his or her relics. And in Dawn of Titans, it's more important that you have the relics than the Titans most often. So yeah, save up your tokens, wait a couple of weeks, maybe it takes you a month, and collect those 20 or 30 tokens. Get find a day, find a weekend when you're going to be, have enough time for the to dedicate and go for that particular titan that you really want. So yeah, full events better than half events. Another big one, at least in my books, is, and this is not an example of that, just me showing you the snapshot of the global chat, is don't spam the global chat with insults and calling people out, calling alliances out, that is, because you just make yourself a bigger target. And it's generally not a good idea. Be respectful of the players, don't take things personal. Yeah, there might be some bullies out there. Yeah, go on private chat and say what you want, but don't make yourself a target by going on global chat. Now, again, another don't here is, this is only an example. I'm not trying to point out anyone. If you are going to be inactive for a long period of time and you're in an alliance that has certain minimums, be respectful to the others, and just say, hey, I'm not going to be active, and leave the alliance before the event begins. If you leave the alliance mid-week, sorry, mid-alliance, mid-event, that is, sorry, you not only lose your own progress, but your alliance loses all the souls that you've earned and puts you in a really bad light. So if you know you're going to have a particularly busy week, and I keep saying this, that always give real life a bigger importance than a mobile game, and that's going to be fine. Then just leave the alliance, say you can't do the event, and come back when you can. You gain more respect from the players, and it just makes for a more pleasant experience for everyone in there. Another common mistake a lot of people do is, you when people giving troops that you haven't asked for. So if you find an alliance member asking for example, storm maidens, and let's say you know uh, you don't have storm maidens, well then just don't do anything. And also read if it's saying storm maidens, don't just spam in militia or some other troop type, because for that, the reason somebody's asking for a particular troop type is because they may be trying to go and raid a particular castle or a land for which they really require that particular troop type. So yeah, please read the type of troop that has been requested, and then fulfill the request if you can. Also, another don't there, don't fuse your Titans interclass. What I mean by that is, for example, here, don't fuse a Ranger into a Berserker because you don't gain the maximum benefit. There will be a few exceptions to this if you are really in need of getting that additional level or two to make the Titan usable, let's say for a Titan grind, for an event grind, etc., stuff like that. Maybe so, but I would say I would advise strongly against doing this sort of fusion. Remember, every 4 weeks or so, there are going to be Titan fusion events where you get extra XP for fusing Titans. So if you're going to be fusing Titans, then uh, wait for those events to gain the maximum benefit. And yeah, do them class to class, so Rangers to Rangers, Paladins to Paladins, Champs to Champs, and so on and so forth to reap the maximum benefit. Another don't there is, don't level up a Titan for which your troops are not at a level matching your castle level. So for example, my hordes are level 16. Basically, I haven't leveled them up. For me, there's really no point leveling up this pretty good Malduk, I think. So yeah, level up your troops based on your troop levels. Another don't, they don't get too attached to your VP land. This is more true for if you are in the higher echelon of the game. That is at higher leagues, higher castle levels. Lands come and go, VP lands come and go. If you get capped, yep, it's not great to get to find your lands disappear when you wake up, but that's normally going to be done when there's something called bonus capping, and I'll probably cover another video about that. But lands do get capped. Don't think things personal. Just go and cap another land. Yeah, that's it. Because cap, there is a feature called cap, so people are going to capture your lands. Um, Also, another don't is that don't set up these so-called fake ping pong lands. If you're going to be raiding other people's ping pong lands, set up, no one's asking you to have all your lands set up as ping pong. And if you're not sure what ping pong is, it's essentially setting up lands with level one, the level one Titan, no relics, no spells to mutually help the buildup of souls in a quick manner. And there's a video of mine if you want to have a look at that. But yeah, don't set up titans like this on your lands, on all your lands if you're trying to do ping pong. Another one here is don't commit to minimums if you are going to be inactive. I think I already covered this before, but if you're going to be busy and you can't do this event, just don't join an event alliance. There is nothing like a free Titan. You need to work for your rewards, um, and you know when you can commit, that's when you need to go in. Um, yeah. For example, here you see there's a team with certain minimum. Yep, do the minimum. There's no VP, but don't slack off, they say. So yeah, be active. Um, Now, final one there is don't play DOT if you're not sober or in a good mood, etc. Because there might come a time where you're not in your complete self, and you land up fusing your prize force titans into a worthless titan, and you regret that afterwards. And when you do that, you may or may not get a suitable response from customer support, and you might really regret that. So yeah, be careful when you're trying to do this. So don't fuse titans, don't do major fusions and forging and whatnot if you're not sober and stuff like that. And finally, don't hack the game. This is probably the biggest, really. I mean, yeah, some of you might say, hey Ron, you got all these excessive amount of food and gold, and oh, look at that, 167,000 gems there. I've covered this plenty of times on Facebook. This is a glitch. This is something which I did intentionally, and it's very hard. It's almost impossible for me at this stage to get rid of it. So, and I've reported this already, so I'm not afraid of that. But what I'm telling you is don't go to third-party apps. Don't go and give your account to someone else to get you gems and stuff like that, just to get a victory, a momentary victory. And finally you will get caught. And what's the point of hacking a game and trying to win artificially? Because the whole point of a strategy game is to use what you have to the best and make and be the best at it. So hacking, big no, don't hack. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I'll probably be doing another do video. If you do find this useful, please drop a like and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you all in another on-camera video.